What's up, everyone? It's Danny.
And Nick.
The number one question that Nicholas and I get is, how do you afford to travel so often? And over time, we found some tips and tricks. And so today we wanted to share 10 of our top tips and tricks for traveling on a budget with you guys.
Number one, have a budget sheet. That way you can see all your planned expenses on paper and you're much less likely to overspend.
Number two is to travel on off times. So many people want to travel over summer break or Christmas break, and because they're in such high demand, they make the prices so much more expensive. So if you go on an off time such as September when people are going back to school, you'll find that flights and hotels are so much cheaper and that you can afford to travel on those times.
Number three, stay in Airbnbs versus hotels. A lot of the times, if you will do some research on Airbnb.com, you can find much better deals. If you're staying for a longer time, you can, such as a week or a month, you can find 10 to 20% discounts on those same Airbnbs. Another thing that's nice about staying in an Airbnb is you have the ability to cook your meals, especially breakfast. So you can grocery shop, cook breakfast. If you want, you can pack a lunch, and that'll save you a lot of money as well.
Number four is to pack in a carry-on. This can be really tricky for some people, but as long as you're just packing essentials, then you'll definitely be able to pack in a carry-on. This way that you're not getting charged by packing something that you have to check, and then you don't have to carry it everywhere with you or worry about all of that luggage. And you can pack in a carry-on by packing things that are neutral and that you can re-wear and people might not notice in your pictures or just walking around in general. Also just packing one coat and then undershirts that you can switch up to make your look different.
Number five, you need to be willing to take weird time flights, whether that be a red eye or just early in the morning. You also need to be willing to take flights to have layovers. If you're willing to do that, you can find much cheaper flights. Also look for one-way flights. Sometimes you can find a one-way flight cheaper than you can a round-trip flight.
Number six is our favorite thing to do when we're traveling. We like to go to cities and do the free things there. There's so many museums and outdoor activities that don't cost you any money at all, which is really cool. Yes, there are going to be some places that you want to go that are going to cost money, and if you want to do that, you can probably save some money as well by ordering tickets online beforehand or going to TripAdvisor or Groupon. There are usually a lot of deals for popular places like that.
Number seven, eat at local places rather than touristy places. You'll save a lot of money.
And it will definitely taste better when it's cooked by a local. Number eight has to do with accommodations as well. It's about staying centrally located. This way you can walk to where you need to go, or you can take a train, which is super easy no matter where you go, because online you can find so many maps and routes of how you need to get somewhere without having to ask anyone once you get to the train station. And it's also important to stay centrally located so you don't have to rent a car, because those prices can really jack up and mess up your budget sheet, and you don't want to be responsible for driving in a place that you don't know where you're going.
Number nine, get cash before you go. That way you'll avoid all credit card fees. You could do this at your local bank before you leave, or even at the airport while you're there.
Number 10 is our most hidden tip and trick to traveling for cheap, and there are two things that have to go with this. Number one is a website called Skyscanner. They check all of the websites and put in the cheapest flights for you, which makes it super easy so you don't have to shop around for looking for cheap flights. And then along with that is to open a new incognito window. We will show you how to do that right here. If you go to your web browser and open a new incognito window, it will act as if you have not searched for anything before. Because these companies know that you keep coming back to their website to search for flights, they're going to actually higher those prices, and you can find cheaper flights by looking like you haven't searched before in a new incognito window.
So those are our top 10 tips and tricks for traveling on a budget.
We hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below. And while you're down there, give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Lightning strikes by my